Well, hello. I bet you wonder what I've been doing with my day today. Yeah, we've been trying to straighten our garden bed wall here. But you know, since you're here, I think I'm going to take a break. I'm so glad you've come today because I've got something very interesting to share with you today. So let's find some shade and let's take a break, okay? Come on, let's get to it. Well, I bet you never thought that me doing a video on the grass family would be so interesting. When I was talking about which of my plants, the corn and the sweetweed, were annuals, no problem. The problem came with my sugarcane. And got notes in my pockets, you guys. I want to be for sure I get everybody's name right and we get our facts straight. Okay. We're actually going to talk about two things today. Well, more than two things, but we're not even going to talk about annuals because we already know that's one growing season and then you have to plant those again the next time you want to grow them. Our question is about the perennial. Okay, I think our definition went like perennials, you can plant them and they'll grow that growing season and then they will come back after winter, like tulips. You know, you plant the bulb in the fall and then it'll come up during spring and then it'll die back and the next spring it'll come again. That's the way tulips do, or that's the way they're supposed to do. But anyway, there are some channels that didn't know sugarcane was a perennial. Let's see, Gardening with Joy, and she's actually growing sugarcane. Holy Living with Renee, Regrow, and Little White House. Those are the names of the channels. And let's see, Angela's Busy Bee Gardening and Homestead. She grew up in Louisiana, and typically they burn the fields and lay cuttings down for the next year. So I was wondering, what is the hardiness zone for Louisiana? So it's 8 and 9. So that's the hardiness zone for there. And so I was wondering, where else do they grow sugarcane? It says Hawaii, Florida, and Louisiana. And they replant it every 2 to 4 years. So that should answer Grandma Sandy's question, because she asked if I have to replant my sugarcane. And you know, here in Zone 10B, I don't replant my sugarcane. It never dies back. I'll put a little insert of how quiet harvested, and then new sugarcane just grows right back there.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
Usually we can cut it with a knife, but if you just snap it once, it breaks. Unlike sweetweed. Sweetweed, you can't do that. These are what, like you were saying, these are perennial plants. Whereas sweetweed is annual. That should be enough for that.
There's some of our sugarcane. And you can see our new growth. Nice and up close here. So when they do sugarcane, like she was talking about, in those zones, what they do is they treat it like you would a tulip bulb. They, well, you don't burn your fields, but they burn the fields. I guess just like they do in Hawaii, because when my sister was stationed there, she said that's what they do to the sugarcane. They burn the fields, and then they take cuttings and put them in like a little trench, and they overwinter them. But then they grow like a bulb does, like a tulip bulb. It'll come back in the spring, or it will grow in the spring. Huh. Was that confusing enough? And I guess if you can do it every 2 to 4 years, that means it will come back a couple of times for you. But I guess if you're a farmer, you just want to cut it down and go again. Here in Zone 10B, like I say, we've never cut our sugar cane back. We've grown more and more because we've got it in several different places now. We've got it over there. We tested it in the shade. It's happy. Up on the hill in the sun, it's happy. Partial shade, it's happy. It's happy here in California 10B. So I guess that is all. And then the second thing I wanted to talk to you about is Babette is in the garden. She says that now that I have perennials and annuals kind of handled, maybe I should look up a biannual. So I started wondering, do I have any biannuals in my garden? And I do. I have onions, and I didn't even know they were biannuals, because generally we use a set. And you know why we use a set? Because I can't get my seeds to start. I didn't know about chitting them first, so whenever I plant them, they just kind of get lost down in the soil. So let's talk about biannuals. Any plant that completes its life cycle in 2 growing seasons. So here we go. The first growing season, the plant produces roots, stems, leaves, goes dormant for the winter, and then the second growing season, it produces flower, fruit, and seeds, and then it dies. And that's true. Let's see. If I was to plant my onion, do I have any? No, I don't. I never have first year onions because like I said, I can't ever get them to grow. But I do have some from sets, and you have seen onions growing in my garden. Maybe we can go up and take a look. These are the onions we put in spring from sets, not from seed. These are just from the sets, from the bulbs. And then at the end of the season, they get like
it gets a puffy flower at the end.
I collected these because I want to get the seeds. It gets a little puff, and that's where the seeds are. We would plant the seed, and it produces the roots, the stem, leaves, and goes dormant. And then that's where the set comes in, and it produces flower, fruit, and seeds, and then it dies. Well, there you go. So I do have a biannual in my garden. Thank you very much, Babette, for thinking up that fun little idea for me. We're just learning as we go, aren't we? But I still have a question about my sugar cane. My sugar cane never takes a break. It just keeps right on growing, but I guess it's still a perennial, right? Because it's in that group. It just, I don't know. Well, you guys, I'm going to keep it nice and short here today, I hope. And so I'm going to say bye-bye for now. I'm going to put my gloves on and go finish stacking those bricks. And so until next time, I'm going to say bye-bye for now, you guys. I want to thank you for spending some time with me. I always have a good time when I'm with you, and I really love the comments that you guys give, suggestions on how to make our experiments fun, and things to study and grow and learn about. That was fun. Well, well, bye-bye, you guys. I'll see you in your next video. Okay, bye-bye. Bye.